CVM TV's unbeatable small business advertising package. Trust me.
And get your goods and services in front of your customers today.
For $150,000, you get a high-quality professional commercial.
Plus 20 prime-time commercial spots.
That's massive exposure at a fraction of the cost.
Including on the #1 morning show in Jamaica, Sunrise.
So don't wait. Call us on 658-208-5377 and see your business goals happen right here on CVM Television.
From Kingston, Jamaica, this is CVM News at Noon for Wednesday, March 12, 2025. I'm Courtney Lewis. Thank you so much for joining us. The Major Organized Crime and Anti-Corruption Agency, MOCA, along with the St. Andrew North Police and the Constabulary Specialized Operations Unit this morning made an important arrest in relation to an ongoing investigation into $47.5 million phishing scam at the National Commercial Bank NCB.
This morning, our agents went to 2 locations, one in Portmore and one in Havendale, and arrested 2 more suspects linked to that crime. We also seized a number of evidentiary items which we believe will aid in our ongoing investigations. Both men are believed to be part of an organized criminal syndicate responsible for the scam. They have been taken into custody for questioning, and we expect that charges will be laid later today or possibly later this week.
Major Jarrett is urging criminals to give themselves up as MOCA, along with their stakeholders, are working assiduously to rid the public of organized crime.
This morning's arrest is a demonstration of the ongoing work that MOCA is doing to track down the persons responsible for this major cybercrime. It highlights our commitment to the task and once again emphasizes the importance of partnerships and collaboration between MOCA and its law enforcement partners, who are equally committed to dismantling organized criminal networks and tackling such sophisticated cybercrimes. We also want to encourage members of the public to remain vigilant in their online activities and to report any suspicious activities involving financial transactions to our tip line at 888-MOCA-TIP.
The Tax Administration of Jamaica, TAJ, will introduce Saturday operations at select tax offices in every parish to reduce congestion, improve taxpayer convenience, and boost revenue collection. Finance Minister Favour Williams made the announcement Tuesday.
But, Madam Speaker, while we strongly encourage the use of our online access, we recognize that it takes time to transition some people to the online world. And so I asked the Commissioner of Taxes to have a tax office opened in every parish on a Saturday to ease the congestion during the week and make it easier. We will announce those dates as those offices are opened on a Saturday in every parish across Jamaica, and in time, the parish of Portmore. Madam Speaker, we are a government that listens. We are a government that cares. And having a tax office open in every parish on a Saturday is good news.
JPS residential postpaid customers may see some reductions in their electricity bills. Starting May 1, the GCT on bills will fall to 7%, with added incentives for those using 200 kilowatts or less. Finance Minister Favour Williams also announced the measures in her maiden budget presentation yesterday.
Today, Madam Speaker, we are pleased to announce that the commitment to reduce the GCT rate on electricity to 7% and eliminate the 150 kilowatt threshold for postpaid residential consumers is on track for implementation by the JPS starting on May 1, 2025. Additionally, Madam Speaker, for those postpaid residential customers who consume 250 kilowatt hours or less, they will see a rebate of 7% and a 3% subsidy for a total of 10%. This is a caring government, Madam Speaker. And a government of solutions.
The opposition is demanding answers from the Agriculture Ministry and the Rural Agricultural Development Authority, RADA, regarding an update on support for St. Elizabeth farmers. The PNP's MP aspirant for Southwest St. Elizabeth, Miranda Wellington, says the farmers who previously shared their concerns with the ministry and its agency are in need of more assistance from the government.
Tomato farmers in St. Elizabeth are in distress as they struggle with plummeting prices and limited market access, despite repeated assurances from the Ministry of Agriculture and RADA. Farmers followed the guidelines, provided production data to RADA, and yet here we are in a crisis that could have been prevented. The ministry has claimed that RADA's marketing team is working to secure new markets and that cold storage facilities are in development. But these so-called solutions do nothing to address the immediate crisis. Why did RADA and the ministry wait until the damage was done instead of taking proactive steps to ensure stability in the sector? Farmers are not looking for charity. They just simply want a fair chance to earn a living. The government must stop this cycle of neglect and take action now.
Licensed firearm holder Patrick Thompson, who allegedly killed 2 women and injured a child at a wake in Mandeville, Manchester, has been remanded in custody until March 19. At that time, a bail application is expected to be made. Thompson made his first court appearance today and is being represented by King's Counsel Peter Champagny. Samoy Campbell is also representing Thompson. Now, the COVID-19 pandemic may feel like a distant memory for some, but for many, its impact remains deeply personal. Now, a newly unveiled monument in Kingston stands as a lasting tribute to the sacrifices of frontline workers. Shante McNeil has this story.
5 years after COVID-19 changed life as we knew it, its impact lingers, especially for those who lost loved ones. Among them, thousands of healthcare workers who gave their lives in the fight against the virus. While the world has moved on, Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton says their sacrifice will never be forgotten and support will continually be given to those working on the front line. He was speaking at the unveiling of the Healthcare Workers COVID-19 monument at the National Chest Hospital on Monday morning.
This near 10 feet tall monument, which you will see momentarily, is not merely a memorial. It is also a promise to continue to honor the sacrifice of our healthcare heroes by building stronger, healthcare systems, and continuing to support those who serve on the front lines.
He is hopeful that the site will be used for reflection and a recommitment to a better future in public health. Prime Minister Andrew Holness, also in attendance, acknowledged that no monument can truly fill the void left behind. But he says the pandemic exposed critical vulnerabilities, making the country's economy even more resilient.
Jamaica is now better prepared for future shocks, whether it is another pandemic, a natural disaster, or a global economic downturn. Today, our healthcare sector is stronger. It is stronger in terms of the infrastructure. It is stronger in terms of the number of professionals that we have. We still need to pay some attention to remuneration and care.
Shantae McNeil, CVM News.
Stay with us, so our live discussion is right after this break.
What do these people know that you don't know? They understand how listing on the Jamaica Stock Exchange can improve the profitability of their company. They know the potential for increasing the company's capital, the governance requirements, the tax responsibilities, the ownership implications, and the procedures for listing. They have the knowledge to make an informed decision on whether or not to go public. Knowledge is power. If you don't know, you can't act. Begin a conversation with the Jamaica Stock Exchange to gain the information you need to make a decision.
I'm Stafford Burrows.
I'm Marilyn Burrows.
My name is Hugh Graham.
I'm John Mafood. My name is Derek Cottrell, and we are listed on the Jamaica Junior Stock Exchange.
Give us a call today at 876-967-3271 to begin your transformation through conversation. We want to see your company listed on the Jamaica Stock Exchange.
Yes, it's tax time. March 17 is the due date for your income tax returns. Self-employed individuals are required to file their annual returns SO4 and estimated return SO4A with income tax, education tax, NHT and NIS due and payable on one return. Companies are required to file the ITO2, which is the annual return, and the estimated return ITO7. Visit jamaicatax.gov.jm or call 888-TAX-HELP for details. Tax Administration Jamaica, working together to serve you even better.
Welcome back. It's time now for a discussion segment. With the advancement of technology, especially artificial intelligence or AI, one global company is looking to engage interested technocrats in a mind-blowing challenge. Intellibus is hosting a hackathon right here in Jamaica, and the event is expected to have great impact on the country's technology sector. Joining me now in studio to tell us more is founder and principal of Intellibus, Mr. Ed Wattle. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here.
So, firstly, tell us, what does Intellibus really do?
Intellibus works with fintech customers and financial institutions, and we've been building platforms for a long time, and increasingly over the last few years, AI. So you're really a software company, an AI company, and a company that builds software platforms.
Okay, awesome. So what exactly is this hackathon all about? What inspired you to host this event here in Jamaica?
So I've been traveling all over the world to find the home for our AI Academy, and that's what really brought me to the Caribbean. And then after traveling the whole Caribbean for the last 1 year to Jamaica, and we've been in discussions with the University of West Indies to find a home for our AI Academy. And then when we got here, we also are looking for talent because we are growing very fast in the US, and we need to hire 20 people like this month, and then potentially up to 100 people before the end of the year. So Academy becomes a great conduit for us to bring in the right talent, and Hackathon becomes a great place for us to challenge people, find the right kind of people and engineers that we need.
Okay, so what type of technologies and platforms are actually being emphasized this year?
So the people that we need are people who really want to work with new age technologies, AI, of course.
Right.
But AI alone is not enough. You need AI as a tool to work with other programming languages, to write code faster, to fix bugs faster. And so we work with technologies like Java, JavaScript, which have been there for a while. But more importantly, with the power of AI, making use cases that weren't possible before with traditional technologies. For example, solving real world problems. I was just hearing your news before getting on the show about the issues in crop surplus. Now imagine things like that and various other solutions. The data exists. The question is, can we inspire kids to use AI, use that data, and very quickly solve these real world problems?
But, you said you were looking for a home and it brought you to the Caribbean. But here in Jamaica, when people hear hacking, they don't really think it's anything good. There are some negative connotations about hacking. So can you tell us a little bit more about ethical hacking?
Yes, so actually it's interesting you should ask me this question, because this morning I was on a radio show, they were asking me the same question, saying, hey, what is hacking? Like, are we going to hack somebody? No, we're not going to hack anybody. Hacking, normally people think, oh, someone's going to get in my computer and break something. No, this hacking is like, finding a hack, like finding a way through the situation. So this hacking is really about, how do I hack my way through writing a software quickly? So it's really teaching people the tips and the tools and the tricks. So it's the other meaning of the word hack, not hacking and getting in your computer.
Well, ethical hacking, it's all about making things easier. Stay with us. We're going to take a quick break.
The Time is brought to you by Ford Territory.
We're still in our discussion segment, and I'm here with the principal of Intellibus, Mr. Ed Wattle, and we're talking hackathon. So what impact do you expect this hackathon that you're hosting, this AI hackathon, to have on the local tech community?
So I was here actually earlier in January at the Jamaica Stock Exchange, and we were talking about the impact of AI on jobs. That was the topic. And I think that's the real impact. If you look at Jamaica's technology sector and the BPO sector more broadly, BPO employs 60,000 people. Right. But the technology sector, my understanding is, employs only about 17,000 people. I think that sector could employ 50, 100,000 people. So there's huge opportunity. That increases productivity, the kind of jobs. Like we're here, we're daring the best people to come forward, meet the challenge, and we're offering salaries which would be, even at the starting level at 10 million Jamaican dollars a year. So we're kind of trying to up the ante to get people challenged, because a lot of great talent exists, but they don't have enough of a challenge to come forward. So this is our opportunity to throw the challenge. Not only prizes at the hackathon, we're giving away $15,000, but more importantly, telling them at the end of the hackathon, we're going to pick the best people. They have an opportunity to apply for the job. They still have to go through our vetting process, but that's just hiring process. But at the end, the right people will get, 20 of those people will get jobs.
Oh, that's awesome. So apart from job creation, what are some other tech-related opportunities that you think may come from this hackathon?
Yeah, so one of the key objectives here is really educating people on AI. So if you think of, and the analogy I try to give is how horses were replaced by engines and cars came on the road. Imagine software is kind of getting replaced by AI. Earlier you had to write software and it took a lot of time. Now AI can write the software for you. So we have to obviously train people how AI models like GPT and things like that are made. So that's the purpose of setting the AI Academy. But more importantly, everybody probably needs to learn how to drive a car. And that's, everybody needs to know how to use AI. So our real idea behind the AI Academy is we can create that impact. Everyone can learn how to use AI. Not just have to be a software engineer to do that. But more importantly, yesterday I was in a conversation with some of the important folks here in Jamaica where they really appreciated how we are looking at AI. And what it is the ethical. You used the mention ethical hacking. So think of what does it mean to be a good human in the world of AI. We live in the world of social media, and a lot of misinformation and disinformation exists in the world, and media plays such an important role to find us the truth. And that's where we feel the AI Academy can help us find the right ethical way to approach the world of AI.
That's awesome. So I have a question for you. What exactly is prompt engineering?
Yeah. Actually, you just prompt engineered me because you asked me a question and you're trying to get the answer from me. Now, maybe I didn't want to give you the answer, but since you asked me a question, I'm obliged to give you an answer. So prompt engineering is really about having the ability to ask the right question. They say, of course, it's you need to be smart enough to give answers, but probably you need to be smarter to ask the right question. So that's what prompt engineering is. Prompt engineering is training people and teaching people how to ask the right questions. Take an example of people using a search engine like Google. Sometimes you search and you find the right answer, and sometimes you're struggling because you don't know what to ask. And prompt engineering is really about that. If in AI, you can ask more complex questions than just a simple search. But how do you ask that complex question, especially when you don't know about a topic? So it's really training people how to do that in a structured way, in a methodical way. What are the steps? You could prompt engineer your way to writing a book. But how do you do that? And that's what prompt engineering. I mean, I'm simplifying it. That's in short.
Thank you so much. So remind us now, we're wrapping up. What are the details now of the hackathon? Tell us again what's happening.
So what's happening? 600 kids are. I'm saying kids, but people, really college kids and high school kids are going to come. Some of their parents are going to come because people under 18, their parents need to come as a chaperone.